heart, we learned that blood, when it moves from lungs to tissues and tissues to lungs, it undergoes 2 visits to the heart, right? So that process here is called double circulation of blood. So what is it? The blood enters into heart twice while exchanging gases from lungs to cells, tissues, and again back to lungs from cells, tissues is known as double circulation. So that the diagram is given here. Okay, simple diagram. You just to look at lung capillaries are there. From that pulmonary vein brings the blood, then it comes to heart. Heart to through aorta, the blood is supplied to cells and tissues, and then from cells and tissues, superior vena cava will bring the blood, and then that brought out blood is further is supplied to the lungs through pulmonary artery. So this is what the double circulation, and simple to understand. The same thing little in detail this diagram is there. So you can opt for this diagram which is better than that of previous one, or you can go for this also. This was the diagram which was used for explaining the same process to all your classmates in offline classes. So any second or third, any one of these diagrams you can choose for your better explanation. So this process, especially double circulation process, is a very important process. Now when we get injured, normally what happens? Bleeding takes place, but the bleeding doesn't continue, right? It gets clotted or coagulated. How does it take place? So it's a simple process. What is happening here? When there is an injury, the blood oozes out and gets frozen or coagulated. So such a condition is known as blood clot. So it is taken care by whom? The platelets and the other 12 different factors which are there in our blood. So totally 13 different factors are responsible for determining the blood clot, and one among them is presence of platelets. And other things in detail in higher classes you will learn. This is just for your idea, knowing how the blood clot takes place, for idea only. Now lymph. So lymph, what is it? When we talk about blood, we must be aware about lymph. Lymph is something different kind of liquid which is also that system runs along with or parallel to our circulatory system, which is called a lymphatic system. That lymphatic system has this liquid called lymph. So this lymph is nothing but a fluid or liquid which involves in transportation of digested and absorbed fat. So mainly lymph is involved in transportation of fat materials, lipids, and basically the lymph is a colorless fluid, and it is also called tissue fluid. It is another name. One more question you may expect from here. So what is lymph? Okay. So this is just for your idea. And here when somebody gets a blood pressure, immediately doctor, when we go to doctor, the doctor keeps one machine there and then tying the hand and then going for fixing, and then with the help of stethoscope something is stuck. That machine is called sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer is the instrument which is used for measuring blood pressure, and blood pressure is a big worry. Blood pressure is because of improper diet, is because of excessive consumption of salt, is because of excessive consumption of oil and oil rich food items. Remember that. So be away from BP, blood pressure, and then sphygmomanometer, let's pray that in our life we are not using it. Okay, but let us be aware, sphygmomanometer is one of the devices which is used for measuring the blood pressure, okay, which is connected to our chapter. That's why an introduction about this I have given. Now we have discussed about how the transportation of materials, exchange of gases, nutrients and other things taken care within our body with the help of the circulatory system. Now let us learn about how the transportation in plants taking place. Plants are gigantic structures, but the transportation system is very simple there. What is happening here? Transport of water is taken care by xylem. The xylem which absorbs nutrients and water along with water from the roots, from the soil through roots, and then which are transported to the aerial parts, right? And then transport of minerals, of course, xylem only. Water and minerals both are by xylem only. Then transport of gases mainly by stomata through leaves which are getting exchanged. And then transport of food and other substances by phloem. Phloem is a main transportation unit found in the plants which are transporting the food materials from leaves to all different parts of the plant. So this slide is mainly meant for understanding how do the transportation in plants taken care. Okay, so this is just for an idea. So far what we have discussed, what is transportation, the sectional view of human heart, both your textual diagram as well as the self drawn diagram. And blood vessels, 3 different types: arteries, veins and capillaries. What are they? What are their functions? And mechanisms of heart functioning, both onward and then backward flow, both onward and backward, both are explained there. And double circulation process, blood clot, lymph and transportation in plants. So these are the basics of transportation, and very very important part, as because the control and coordination chapter is deleted from our syllabus, and this chapter becomes more prominent for your examination point of view. So prepare well, and then I hope that you can do better, and then we will do repeated tests also, periodic tests, and then other different types of unit and then chapter wise tests also we will do it, and then you can practice it. So now in this chapter only one live process is left, that we will discuss in the next class.